day with all the news, weather, and sports you need, interesting interviews, and friendly conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy. Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports. Welcome to a Tuesday, the 9th day of June for 2026. Mike Will, Tyson Havronic, ready to get your day started the right way. All of your news, weather, and sports that you need to get out the door here this morning. The Nebraska women's basketball team has a new assistant coach. We'll talk about that this morning. Drew Grego of Nebraska has been named a second-team freshman All-American by the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association. The Big Ten Conference has announced its full listing of home and away opponents for the 2026-2027 Women's Basketball Conference season. We'll take a peek at the Huskers' upcoming schedule. And the schedule for the Hastings College football team has been announced for the upcoming fall season. Legion baseball tonight. Hastings runs going to be in action in Kearney, playing Kearney jerseys. Hastings Sodbusters going to be in action tonight at home against the Jefferson City Renegades. The NCAA Baseball College World Series is now set after Alabama and Oklahoma wrapped up their super regionals yesterday. NBA playoffs continued last night between San Antonio and the New York Knicks, and the Stanley Cup playoffs will continue tonight as Carolina will take on Las Vegas out in Vegas. Scott Galusha, the Director of Baseball Operations for the Hastings Sodbusters, he will join us at 7:30 this morning. So a full plate here this morning as we get up and get rolling for a Tuesday as we welcome in Tyson Havronic from the Western Studios. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. What is with the NBA teams not being able to win on their home court?
Yeah, that's the first time in a long time.
First 3 games out of the chute.
First 3 games out of the chute. That's the road team has won. It's the first time since the 1993 finals that the road team has won the first 3 games of the series. Last night, San Antonio picking up the win over the New York Knicks by the score of 115-111. There's discrepancies again about the officiating in the ball game. The Spurs evidently taking 3 times as many free throws as the Knicks in the second half last night. So there's some whining about that out of the New York media. The Knicks were in the penalty for the final 9 minutes and 18 seconds of the fourth quarter, and the Spurs held a 24-8 advantage in free throw attempts. So again, the officiating has come under attack from NBA fans. We've seen this a couple of times, and last night in New York, they might have got a homer on their home floor last night as the San Antonio Spurs came in there and beat the Knicks 115-111. That ends New York's 13-game postseason winning streak. So it's now sitting at New York 2-1 in the best-of-7 series. They will play Game 4 coming up on Wednesday, also at Madison Square Garden.
I don't know. It's always going to be the official's fault when you're on the losing side, and especially with the New York media bias. That's going to drum up most of the talk shows are based on the Eastern Coast. So, the New York Knicks are going to dominate the headlines on all of your morning sports talk shows, and they're probably going to bring up the officiating and all of those numbers you just mentioned. But when you lose, it's always the official's fault. I mean, I've hung around enough Chiefs fans to know, so, yeah. That's always going to be a complaint. It's always going to be a thing. You get your best officials on the floor for an NBA final, just like you would an NHL final or for the Super Bowl. Your best of the best are going to go there. So cry me a river.
Yeah,
cry me a river and figure out how to win on your home floor.
Don't like it, quit fouling.
Drop
if you don't like the other team shooting that many free throws, quit fouling. Anyway, we might as well get to this. You know who was at the game last night? President Donald Trump watched Game 3 from the suite. The Knicks owner, James Dolan, becoming the first sitting president to attend an NBA Finals game. That led to increased security measures throughout Manhattan and Madison Square Garden, where the United States Secret Service took over for the usual game day staff, leading to longer wait times for fans and players alike. San Antonio's team hotel was located about a half a mile from Madison Square Garden. But even with a police escort, it took nearly 30 minutes for the Spurs to arrive at Madison Square Garden. So that's what happened there. The president, he was in the suite last night of James Dolan. The national anthem played. They put his mugshot up on the Jumbotron during the national anthem. Here's what happened. And the president, he was showered with booze throughout the national anthem as his mug got put up on the Jumbotron. And after the game, before boarding his plane and taking him out of Madison Square Garden in the New York area, he was asked about the response last night during the national anthem.
It was certainly amazing. It was I think, mostly cheers. It was loud and it was very enthusiastic.
Oh, jeez. Now, let me play that for you again. Here's the national anthem last night with the people at Madison Square Garden. And again, here's the president on the reaction.
It was certainly amazing. It was I think, mostly cheers. It was loud and it was very enthusiastic.
Oh, God. Plus, he fell asleep last night for most of the game. He was sleeping. Anyway, hopefully he's not going to be at Game 4 tomorrow. But anyway, New York winning last night 115 to 111 as New York still leads the series 2-1. You're very quiet. You're very quiet today so far.
Yeah. On the ice tonight, the NHL resumes. I just gonna fly by that whole story. Game 4 set for tonight, 7:00. Vegas and the Hurricanes, with Vegas with the 2-1 advantage. It has been an absolute dandy of a series and should be again tonight. So,
all right, so the NHL on the ice for tonight. Waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. This is a Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. If you'd like to chime in with us, you can on the Hamilton Telecommunications fan line, 402-834-1330, 402-834-1330. If you'd like to leave us a message on our social media sites, we're monitoring those comments as well. One other thing I wanted to bring up, and it's going to get a lot of play throughout the United States today, is the judge's ruling on the Texas Tech quarterback, Brendan Sorsby. He's the guy that admitted betting on games. Mm-hmm. In fact, he bet on thousands of games in 2026, including 40 involving his own team. Texas Tech, they sent him through a gambling addiction deal, and then he came out of the thing and filed suit against the NCAA. And a judge out of nowhere yesterday ruled in his favor that he's eligible to play for 2026, despite betting on thousands of games, including 40 involving his own team. Now, right away, it created a uproar in the college athletic circle. In fact, Nebraska athletic director Troy Dannon immediately told ESPN that his school's teams are not allowed to schedule via Red Raiders, and a lot of other teams are also following suit, or a lot of other schools. Florida AD Scott Strickland told ESPN that he was stunned, even recalling Major League Baseball's 1919 Black Sox scandal, where 8 players from the Chicago White Sox took bribes to lose the World Series to the Cincinnati Reds. TCU athletic director Mike Buddy and Kansas State athletic director Gene Taylor both told ESPN that they've been informed that the league around the Big 12, that schools are not going to be playing Texas Tech either. So
Texas Tech had nothing to do with it. It's a judge's ruling.
Yeah, but Sorsby is at Texas Tech now.
So, like, what is not scheduling Texas Tech going to do about it? And what's it to say that it's not already happening literally at every other university ever, period? The thing is, again, and we talked about this a long time ago, well before the court situation even started, you have an unenforceable rule. You have an unenforceable rule because gambling is not illegal. It's not illegal. It's not illegal for anybody to go up after the age of 18 and go place a bet on a sports game. And if it's not illegal, you can't prevent people from doing it. Sports be damned. Purity be damned. And ESPN to get on, and ESPN to be so high and mighty on their chain, while on the scroller on the bottom ticker is the spread for literally every game ever that's going on tonight. And ESPN's coming out and shaming Texas Tech and shaming this judge and shaming Braden Sorsby for doing something that's not illegal. I'm sorry, but this is just going to start. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Go ahead.
It's not illegal, but should Sorsby be betting on his own team?
What's going to stop him? What's stopping Shohei from betting on his own team, other than that his interpreter took the fall for him?
So you're saying it's okay for college athletes?
I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm saying we've opened that box. That box has been opened, and you can't shut it. You paying college athletes. They are getting way more money than they know what to do with at 18 years old, and they're making stupid decisions. I made stupid decisions as an 18-year-old kid. But at the same time, like, it was not accessible. It was not available. I made it available. Hell, I ran a sports book out of my dorm room. But at the same point, like, it's not illegal. You open up that box. You open up that with NIL. You open up that with the expansion of gambling everywhere. And this is just a ruling. You can slap their hand all you want for betting on your own team. That box is open, baby. Good luck shutting it.
What happens if nobody schedules Texas Tech now?
I don't think
that's the way it's going.
Well, the Texas Tech's going to schedule 4 powder puffs and get the have a conference slate. The conference cannot not schedule you.
Yeah, I guess so. You got to play the conference games. All right, what's your take on that?
People need to stop crying about it.
That's not the take I thought you were going to take this morning. I didn't discuss this prior to the show. That's not the take that I thought you were going to take today. But that's all right. Everybody's got their own opinion.
Yeah.
So sports is all about.
If the NCAA wants to come out and have a hard sanction about it, they can come out and put a hard sanction together. But if it's open to judge interpretation, then this could be just the start of a long, drawn-out legal battle. But
yeah, we haven't heard the end of this thing.
At some point, somebody's got to step in and close a loophole, close a door.
But how do you do it now?
No, I'm saying, and this ruling sets the precedent, right?
I don't know how you're going to close the door, so to speak. How do you do it? I don't know.
That's $1 million question.
Yep.
I mean, million bet question.
Yeah, anybody can go bet on sports, including your star quarterback, who bet on 40
his own team.
40 bets while he was at Indiana. While he was a freshman there with the Hoosiers in 2022, and then he transferred to Texas Tech, and now Texas Tech's taking all the guff on this. What about Indiana? Hell, it happened on their watch.
Well, he wasn't playing.
I know, but he was still a member of the team. He was a freshman with the Hoosiers in 2022. That's when he made a lot of the bets. What about Indiana? Shouldn't we penalize them? Don't play Indiana anymore.
You don't want to schedule Indiana anyway right now.
No, you don't. But,
coming off a national championship.
Yeah. But what about Indiana? How come they're not being penalized, so to speak? Why is it Texas Tech? I don't know. This is going to be interesting here in the next few months. You got something to say about it, give us a call, 402-834-1330. 402-834-1330. That's the Hamilton Telecommunications fan line. Brendan Sorsby has been permitted to play. The judge's ruling yesterday permitted to play for the 2026 season despite betting on thousands. They're saying thousands of bets on sports, including 40 on his own team, including 40 bets they made while he was a freshman at Indiana. Give us your thoughts on that. A couple of other things we want to get to.
Go for it.
The Chiefs, it looks like they are bringing the old gang back together again. Jerry Sneed. Well, yeah, they're bringing. Well, Travis Kelce is back. Now Sneed's coming back. They signed him to a one-year deal yesterday, worth $5 million. Chiefs traded Sneed to the Tennessee Titans in 2024 after placing the franchise tag on him that year. The Titans released Sneed on March the 13th of this year in a move that saved the team $11.4 million in salary cap space. Sneed struggled to stay on the field for Tennessee, appearing in 12 games over 2 seasons. He had signed a 4-year, $76 million contract after the Titans acquired him in a trade with the Chiefs. Starting in the 2025 season, he started the year on the physically unable to perform list as he recovered from a knee procedure in May and a lingering quad injury. Sneed played 7 games last season and finished with 26 tackles and 3 passes defended. He suffered another quad injury in Week 7 against the New England Patriots and missed the final 10 games of the season after going on injured reserve. He was a 2-time Super Bowl champion with the Chiefs, who drafted him in the 4th round in 2020. He's got 10 interceptions, 43 passes defended, and 352 tackles in 6 NFL seasons. So, L'Jarius Sneed heading back to the Kansas City Chiefs, signing a 1-year deal worth up to $5 million. Hey, the gang's all back together again. Getting ready for another Super Bowl run.
Okay. All right.
What are you chuckling
I didn't know
about?
It was stand-up comedy hour.
Wow.
Talking about his Super Bowl run over here.
What's wrong with that?
Cardinals got the gang back together a couple years ago. It was just more of a pomp and circumstance kind of thing where they all retired together. It didn't really result in World Series dreams like a lot of people had hoped for. So it's a nice way to put a finishing touch on what was a really, really damn good dynasty for a couple of years there. I don't know that I got faith in the old guys to run it back, but we'll see. Checking in on the comment section here real quick. Trent wants to know where Russ is. And Mike, Chief Endorf, says the refs were being so crooked that they put him to sleep too.
No wonder the president took a nap last night during the NBA Finals. Chief did too.
Well, he's done more than me, I guess, for NBA watching this year, so...
Why? You're done watching the NBA Finals?
I haven't started watching the NBA Finals.
You haven't seen anything?
I've not watched a minute of NBA basketball this season.
No wonder you were so...
Everything that I've heard is I'm not missing much. Like, I literally look at the box score in the morning. I don't watch highlights. It's NBA. It's not basketball. Until it starts to even mimic what you see in March as a sport and as a brand, then no, I'm not going back to it.
Wow.
Like 154 to 147 games should not be the norm.
115 to 111 last night.
Should not be the norm. Play some defense. Block a shot. Steal a ball.
They were fouling last night.
Apparently.
One team was. So anyway, the series will continue on Wednesday. What else we got going? Again, Scott Galusha from the Hastings Sodbusters is going to be joining us at 7:30 this morning to talk about the Sodbusters and their season so far. He's the director of baseball operations, so he's kind of wearing a lot of hats here this year. The Sodbusters playing the Jefferson City Renegades tonight, tomorrow night, and Thursday. They'll play the Grand Island Fighting Cranes again at home on Friday, and then we'll play Saturday and Sunday in Salina against the Sliders. So a big week of Sodbuster baseball coming up this week. We'll talk with Scott here at 7:30. Legion Baseball, Hastings Runza at Kearney Jerseys tonight, and then Hastings 5 Points Bank and Hastings Johnson Imperial Homes will play in Kearney tomorrow night. The juniors game will be at 5. The seniors game at 7:30. We'll have the action here on Extreme Sports, beginning with a pregame at 4:45 tomorrow afternoon. Oklahoma and Alabama won their super regionals yesterday. They were hindered by rain on Sunday, so they played a game 2 of their best-of-3 series early yesterday. The Sooners beat Kansas 13-2, and the Crimson Tide defeated St. John's 7-2. So both Oklahoma and Alabama win their super regionals 2-0. They advance to the College World Series in Omaha beginning on Friday. First-round pairings in Omaha will have West Virginia playing Troy 1 o'clock on Friday, followed by North Carolina against Ole Miss at 6. On Saturday, it'll be Alabama against Oklahoma at 2, followed by Georgia against Texas at 7.
Quick fun fact.
Yeah.
On the College World Series. So 8 teams go to Omaha.
Yep.
Last 3 years, right? 8, 16, 24. 24 teams. There has only been, of the 24 possible schools, 1 school that has repeated going to Omaha. There's 23 different teams over the last 3 years. Do you know what is the 1 school to have a repeat appearance in the last 3 seasons?
Wow.
Take a look at the 8.
Take a look at the 8 in this year's field. It's not West Virginia. It's not Troy.
No.
North Carolina.
It is North Carolina. North Carolina in 2024 and in 2026, the only school that has made a repeat trip. So parity in college baseball is going extremely well.
So the rest of these teams either
have not been since 2024.
Yeah, are in the College World Series for the first time, but they're in the World Series at least since 2024.
Mm-hmm.
I think West Virginia and Troy, you said, are making their first
ever.
So North Carolina is the mainstay, and then Ole Miss and the rest of them, Alabama, Oklahoma, Georgia, and Texas.
The rest is the SEC.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they're playing their second conference tournament of the season in Omaha.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's what's going on for the College World Series. Again, it gets underway on Friday in the first game beginning at 1 o'clock. Waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. This is a Huddle Up on Extreme Sports at 7:25.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
We'll start in Grand Island, where following recent public discussion and social media commentary regarding Pete's Safari, the city of Grand Island has released a statement saying the city of Grand Island is working cooperatively with the property owner's legal counsel to explore options that meet zoning, building, and safety regulations. The matter was identified during the property owner's application for a proposed expansion of activities on the property and a subsequent review of the exiting site pursuant to that application. Big fancy words. The residentially zoned property is within City of Grand Island's 2-mile extraterritorial jurisdiction, which means the city's building and zoning laws apply to this area. As the matter involves active review of numerous city codes and or state law, the city cannot provide further information regarding Pete's Safari at this time. The city's objective is to not close businesses or prevent community attractions from operating. Rather, the city's responsibility is to apply adopted regulations, ensuring public safety and protecting neighborhoods. End of statement. And meanwhile, Nebraska officials have certified, it's finally official, you can breathe a little easier, the May primary election results. A month later have finally been certified as Nebraska officials report the process was smooth statewide. Outgoing Secretary of State Bob Evnen says voter turnout topped at 31%, with no major issues reported as counties completed canvassing and finalized election results. It's 7:27. We'll head back over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going down in sports?
Well, sports today brought to you by Bamboo Mind and Body Spa of Hastings and Blue Hill, your 24-hour wellness center where members can access a variety of amenities on their own time. Brad Fisher, who guided Wisconsin Oshkosh to back-to-back NCAA Division III Final Four appearances, has joined the Nebraska women's basketball staff as an assistant coach. Fisher spent 14 years at Wisconsin Oshkosh, compiling a record of 315-80. He'll fill a new assistant coaching position at Nebraska. Drew Grego of Nebraska has been named a second-team freshman All-American by the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association. Grego appeared in 53 games for the Huskers this year, including 47 starts. He hit .326 with 13 doubles, a triple, 7 home runs, 44 RBIs, and 33 runs scored. The Big Ten Conference has announced its full listing of home and away opponents for the 2026-2027 Women's Basketball Conference season. Huskers will play Iowa in a home-and-home series this year. Other home games will be against Michigan, Michigan State, Minnesota, Ohio State, Oregon, Penn State, Washington, and Wisconsin. Other road games will be at Illinois, Indiana, Maryland, Northwestern, Purdue, Rutgers, Southern Cal, and UCLA. The schedule for the Hastings College football team has been released for this year. The Broncos will open the season on September the 5th at Dort. The game will kick off at 1 at Open Space Park in Sioux Center, Iowa. Broncos will play other road games at Waldorf, Midland, Briarcliff, and Doane. The home games will be against Concordia, Northwestern, Mount Marty, Dakota Wesleyan, and Morningside. Legion Baseball tonight. Hastings Runza will play at Kearney Jerseys. First pitch will be at 6. The Warriors are currently 1-7 on the season. Hastings Sodbusters will open up a 3-game series with the Jefferson City Renegades tonight out of Duncan Field. Sodbusters are 2-5 on the season. First pitch will be at 7. Again, in the NBA playoffs last night, San Antonio beat the New York Knicks 115-111. New York leads the championship series 2-1. Stanley Cup playoffs continue tonight as Carolina is at Las Vegas. The Golden Knights lead the series 2-1. That's a check in your sports headlines at 7:30 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Another hot and humid day on this Tuesday with highs reaching into the mid-90s. We will have more chances for showers and thunderstorms late this afternoon and evening. There's a 3 out of 5 on the threat scale or enhanced risk north of Interstate 80. Large hail damaging winds and an isolated tornado in that area. To the south of Interstate 80, a slight risk, 2 out of 5 on the threat scale. Wind and hail are the main threats. Timing is late afternoon into the evening hours. Overnight tonight, 70 is the low, and then sunny and 91 on Wednesday.
As you wake up, get going this morning, we've got southeast winds at 7. Cloudy skies at 69 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Bring the family out for a fun afternoon supporting a great cause. Join us Sunday, June 14th for Vintage Wheels, Timeless Appeal at District 14 Bar and Pizza, located at 1105 Theater Drive in Hastings. Come check out classic cars and motorcycles, enjoy carnival games, water games, and great food from Pitbull Catering, Serrano's Mexican Grill, and Lemonade Shack. Registration begins at noon, and the show runs from 1 to 5 p.m. Entry is just $15 per car or motorcycle, with free will donations benefiting Children's Hospital in Omaha through the Children's Miracle Network. For more information or to pre-register, contact Jana at jjzexer@gmail.com. Don't miss Vintage Wheels, Timeless Appeal, Sunday, June 14th in Hastings.
Looking for the perfect way to spend your Friday night in Hastings? Head just east of town on J Street and experience the excitement of Cam Raceway. Every Friday night through August, Cam Raceway brings you a full evening of grassroots racing on Nebraska's fastest 8th-mile dirt track. You'll see it all. Stock non-wing micros, restricted micros, junior sprints, junior cage karts, adult flat karts, and junior flat karts. Catch all the local drivers, all competing for the win under the lights. Gates open at 7 p.m. and racing gets underway at 8 p.m. And the best part, admission is just $10, and kids 12 and under get in free with a paying adult. So this Friday night, skip the routine and make your way to Cam Raceway, where the engines fire up, the dirt flies, and the whole family can enjoy a night at the races.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
Get ready for the ultimate trivia experience with Extreme Sports Trivia. Play from anywhere at home, on the go, or at your favorite bar or restaurant. Compete live against players from all over in real time, answering questions across categories like sports, pop culture, Marvel, and more. Want to see how you stack up? Track your progress with live leaderboards and aim for the top spot. It's free, fun, and super easy to play. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at extremesports.com trivia and start playing now. And keep an eye out. We're coming soon to a bar or restaurant near you.
All right, Mike Wills, Heinzen and Veronica with you. It's Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for this Tuesday. Again, we'll have a Legion baseball tomorrow night. Hastings playing at Kearney Memorial Field. The juniors game will be at 5 tomorrow. The seniors game at 7:30. On the air with a pregame at 4:45 tomorrow afternoon here on Extreme Sports. Coming up tonight at Duncan Field, the Hastings Sodbusters going to be in action against the Jefferson City Renegades opening up a 3-game series with Jefferson City. They'll play Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday against Jefferson City, and then they'll play the Grand Island Fighting Cranes on Friday before heading out to Salida on Saturday and Sunday. So a big week of Sodbuster activity, and we're happy to have Scott Galusha, the Director of Baseball Operations for the Sodbusters, joining us on the show here this morning. Scott, good morning.
Good morning, Mike. How are you this morning?
Doing great, getting along. It looks like it's going to be a great day and a great night for Sodbusters baseball tonight, opening up kind of a big series this week as you guys try to get things situated after going 2-5 in your first 7.
Yeah, and again, that's a little deceiving, but you know how baseball works. I mean, we've had a chance to win all but one of those games, and as a matter of fact, it came down to the last pitch 3 times, and we've had the tying or winning run at the plate in all but 2 of those losses. So they're really a lot closer than you think, and for the first time all year, we've got all 3 of our coaches here, and we've got some more players as normal for summer baseball are constantly adding. So we're about up to a full roster, but we think we're about ready to take a step in the right direction. It's a good group of kids.
Scott Tyson here on the show, and just wanted to talk just a little bit from this new Diamond Baseball League here that the Hastings Sodbusters are a part of, and with that, some new, fresh teams, and for the first time, really, obviously, we saw Grand Island. They were an inaugural team here with this Diamond Baseball League. Had Grand Island a bunch right out of the chute. They're a very talented team, but now we get to welcome in some of these teams from outside the state of Nebraska, and how excited are you for to welcome in Jeff City this weekend to Duncan Field?
Well, that's a lot of fun. It's fun to see new teams. The guys that are our old league. I enjoyed working with all those people, and we still get to see Fremont, which is nice. And we wish the best of them. But it is nice to go a different direction. Instead of going north and west, we're going south and east. And Jeff City is the furthest trip we have, and they're coming into Duncan Field for the first time today. And I don't need to tell you guys, Duncan Field is a little bit different than your average baseball stadium, and so it's a little bit different brand of baseball. So we think we have the advantage, and our kids are excited to play somebody different.
Scott, you're officially the Director of Baseball Operations for the Sodbusters. You wear a lot of different hats in that position. Just talk about some of the things you're involved with the Sodbusters.
Well, first of all, I owned it for 6 years with Brian Frew, and then we sold out to the Diamond Baseball League and Matt Perry and his staff, and so I'm very happy and pleased that they allowed me to stay involved and be kind of oversee. I kind of oversee both teams, as a matter of fact. So I oversee Hastings with Trevor Overmiller in charge of the Sodbusters, and then I oversee the Fighting Cranes with John Costa up here as well. So it is a little bit different, but I really enjoy the opportunity, and the Diamond Baseball League and really the National Sports Services Company has excuse me, an impeccable resume across the country. They've been doing this for years and years and years. So we feel like this is absolutely the best step for Hastings and Grand Island baseball to continue to grow, and really happy that I'm still able to be a part of it, because kind of that green and gold down there at Hastings is my baby.
Scott, you talk a little bit about the having the dual roles with Grand Island and Hastings, and we saw plenty of GI and obviously really exciting things going on with the rework that they did to Ryder Park and all of the renovation there, and they were excited to unveil that. But I got to ask, from the standpoint, when you're up in the press box watching Grand Island and Hastings fight it out in the first week of the season, did you have a little extra emotion? Did you have a split jersey with half GI, half Hastings like Mama Kelsey, or how do you hang in those games?
Well, I tell you what. First of all, my wife is working on getting me a Christmas shirt that's red and green. I'm not sure if that's going to work or not, but it's going to be nice to have. I tell you what, you guys, it was a lot harder than I thought it would be. To be quite honest with you, I mean, I live 2 blocks from Ryder Park. I'm one of just a bunch of people who have been trying to get this taken care of at Ryder Park for years and years and years. And ironically, Victor Rojas, our coach at Hastings, was calling the Kansas Regional. So opening night at Grand Island, I was in the third base coaching box, and that was a weird feeling as well. But I tell you, the hard part is the Sodbusters is part of my family. So am I cheering for the Cranes? Absolutely. Do I like the Cranes? Yep. But right now, with 7 years of experience wearing that green and gold, Hastings is my family, and that Grand Island team is growing on me. They play really hard. Kevin Grant and his kids are doing all the little things right now. I mean, their record is almost perfect. Hastings beat them once, but they're just playing the game the right way. So I'm very happy for them. But it's very difficult to be part of two teams. But my heart still is with the green and gold, and that red with the Cranes will continue to grow on me for sure.
Scott, what about the Fighting Cranes? Again, a new team up there in Grand Island, off to a great start. What about the community support for the Cranes, and what have you seen out of the organization in Grand Island?
Well, they did a good job before we got to baseball. John Costa and his staff up there, and then I'm involved in that too with our marketing. So we were off to a good start from that standpoint. And it sure makes it easier when you're 8 or 9 or 10-1. I can't remember what it is. But, the nice part about it from a local feel is not only in Hastings but in Grand Island as well, we have those local players. We have Broxton Barrientos, we have Zach Mader, and we have Sam Dinkelman. Okay, so to have a nice, not only have local players, but 3 guys that are really in the core, in the middle of that lineup, everyday players, is really a neat feel, and that's something that we were shooting for. And then we also have Chase Phillips, who last year played for me with the Sodbusters. It was a better fit for him because he's closer from Aurora. So we've got another local kid that understands the league as well. So that's really the fun part for me. Kevin Grant from Marshalltown Community College in Iowa has done a phenomenal job, him and his brother, getting these kids to buy in so quickly, which is such an amazing thing in summer baseball. But they're really playing well. And so I'm super happy for them. But at the core of it, for me, having those local kids be part of what we're doing here is really very important.
Scott, from the fan perspective, the supporter perspective for the Hastings Sodbusters, having these teams and having this league be so much closer in proximity, giving the opportunity for fans of the Sodbusters to take the show literally on the road and go watch them over at Ryder Park and catch a game in Grand Island, bringing people up from Hastings to the GI community and vice versa. People from Grand Island getting to experience another night at Duncan Field. How fun is that to just have this league so much closer in proximity to one another?
Well, obviously, you guys, it's a natural rivalry anyway, just 25 miles down the road. And, we brought the Sodbusters up to Ryder Park before they fixed it a couple of times and had good support up there. And we've always had support from a partnership in Grand Island as well with me and my staff with the Sodbusters. But it was really neat to see quite a bit of green speckled in on opening night here at Ryder. And then, those kids are coming down. The fans are following the Cranes from Grand Island as well. So we saw a lot of them at Ryder Park, and so it makes it fun. It's a natural rivalry, obviously, and all those teams we want to beat each other's heads in. That's how baseball works. But as soon as we're done, we're all together, and that's one thing we do that we started in Hastings and will continue to do it in Grand Island. Those post-game meals, we all both teams eat together, and I think again that's part of something that I'm passionate about. That hey. We want to win, we want to compete, but when we're done, we're all on the same team. And so we continue to do that and continue to show the way, both in Grand Island and Hastings, how we want it to be.
Yeah, we're talking with Scott Galusha this morning, the Director of Baseball Operations for the Hastings Sodbusters and also for the Grand Island Fighting Cranes and the Diamond Baseball League. You talked about the Fighting Cranes a little bit, having the local flavor in Grand Island. The same is true here in Hastings. We got some local guys. Kind of talk about the roster that we have for the Sodbusters, and what have you seen out of the guys so far in the first 7 games?
Well, first of all, like I said, they've been really close. So I don't think their record indicates how they're playing. We just haven't been able to get that big hit. You guys understand how that game works. It's finicky. When you need the big hit, sometimes you get it, and right now we're not, but we're close. And so, yeah, we're really happy with the local flair in Grand Island as well. We have Jack Shagru is part of that roster. Chance Burton is an everyday player for us as well. And then we got that Carney guy too that we could never get out at GI when he was in high school. Bryce Anderson playing first base for us over there as well. So it's really nice that we have continue to keep that local thing going and as many players as we can get. You know, the Sodbusters also have another 4 or 5 guys that are returning from last year, and that's something that I'm very proud of too. That we treat kids good enough and have a good enough time here that they want to come back. So it is really nice. You know, Chance Burton and Jack Shagru are doing a good job leading from a local standpoint. And then, of course, Marcus Miller, who is exhausting as much NCAA availability as he can. I think he's pitched for the Sodbusters for 6 years. No, not really. This is his 4th year, but Marcus has been a staple for Hastings College and Hastings community, and he continues to go out there and take the ball every 5th or 6th day and give us a chance to win.
So, again, the Sodbusters in action tonight against Jefferson City, the Renegades in here. Scott, talk about really the purpose and the whole idea behind summer collegiate baseball. When this thing got started many, many years ago, was really the big purpose of summer baseball?
Well, first of all, thank you for asking that, because that's at the heart of what we do. And I know you guys know me. You've seen me around at the ballpark for 30-something years. I'm a baseball guy through and through, and I've been a coach my whole life. But that never changes. However, really what our goal is from a local standpoint, is to offer low-price entertainment for the family. That's where it starts and stops for me. We want people to we love the Royals. I used to take my family down to the Royals, but the fact of the matter is that's expensive. And for the Cranes and the Sodbusters, what we want that family to be able to decide that they want to come out to the park at 6 o'clock when the game starts at 7, to be able to come out and do it and enjoy it and not have to break the bank to do it. So really that's where it comes from the community standpoint. That's goal one. Treat people like you want to be treated, and give them an honest nights of entertainment at low cost. From a baseball perspective, it's different. We get kids, all different ranges of kids. We get kids that specifically need to work on something. For example, I always go back to the pitching. Hey, this guy's got to get better with the breaking ball. So we're in communication with those coaches to make sure that we're working on whatever that kid needs to work on. Some coaches just say, hey, they need innings and they need at-bats. Other coaches have specific things that we wanted to work on. And so really a couple things that are so fun for me. Opening day, I get 50 or 60 or more text messages from former Sodbusters that say, go Busters. And, there's some neat stories. Of course, we've had guys move on to bigger and better things, which is exactly what we want. Of course, Mike Bovey is still playing minor league baseball. He was a Sodbuster and a Hastings kid. Shea Shanneman, those guys are playing in the minor league baseball. They're local kids that came through the Sodbusters. And then we have kids, we have stories a lot in summer baseball. Coaches want me to take players, but they're not quite sure if they're gonna turn into a great player or not. And we turn a few of those kids into maybe just a roster spot to all conference players, and those are things that we hang our heads on.
Okay, one final thing. Obviously, a lot of nonprofits are involved with the Sodbusters, and tonight, no different. We got Threads of Grace is going to be the nonprofit to kind of highlighting the game tonight at Hastings Public Library. Tomorrow night, Kool-Aid night is going to be on Thursday, and then the Bridge, one of the nonprofits, going to be on hand for Friday. So that's a big part of the Sodbusters too. You guys get the community involved, and especially the nonprofits involved.
Well, we depend on the community to help us do baseball. So what better way than to turn around and try to do all we can to help those nonprofits? So what we believe is that we can give them a spotlight. We can give them an opportunity to raise a few extra funds. Not only if they help us do some of the jobs, but also we do split the pot with them and try to promote them the best we can. And so we think that's super important, because without the support from people that are listening to your show and all around our tri-city areas, we don't have baseball. And so we think the best way to keep showing that is to continue to try to keep those prices down so people can enjoy the game, and to continue to support all the nonprofits that we can that help make our community what it is, and sometimes behind the scenes. And we'd like to pump them up to the front when we can.
All right, Scott, thanks for joining us, spending a couple of minutes with us here this morning. Again, the Sodbusters at home this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So, yeah, it's seen the Sodbusters. You had a good chance to catch them in action this week out at Duncan Field. One quick thing, the tickets, can people just walk up to buy tickets? Do they have to buy them in advance? How do they see the Sodbusters?
Nope, you can do it either way. You can buy them online if you'd like, and you can walk right up to the ticket booth when you get there, and there's lots of good seats. We'd love to sell it out. We will it someday. That's still my goal, but it's a pretty big place. But, yeah, come on up to the park, swing right up to the ticket booth, and you can pick your seat out. And, again, it's going to be a nice night. It doesn't look like there's rain in the forecast, which is odd for the way it's been going for the last couple of weeks, but it should be a nice summer night. I know it's going to be hot, but remember, I know you guys have been to Duncan a lot. By the time we start baseball, about 95% of the seats are in the shade. And that's one of the other things that I love about Duncan Field is that by the time the game starts, your seats are comfortable. So grab a family member or a friend and come out and enjoy a baseball game tonight. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks, Scott.
All right, Scott Galusha, again, the Director of Baseball Operations, and two different hats. That's got to be odd. He spent all those years with the Sodbusters as the owner of the Sodbusters, and now kind of helping out with the Fighting Cranes up in Grand Island. Yeah, he's only got to worry about that like 28 times this year when we play them.
But they straight out of the chute, I think 6 or 7 times right in a row. So, yeah. So that would be weird.
So the Sodbusters in action tonight against the Jefferson City Renegades tonight, tomorrow night, and Thursday against Jeff City, and then the Fighting Cranes on Friday at Duncan Field, and then they'll be on the road Saturday and Sunday playing in Salina against the Sliders. You're listening to Mike and Tyson here this morning. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports at 7:53.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
We'll start off at the state capitol, where Nebraska officials have now certified the results of the May 12th primary election, reporting a smooth process statewide. Secretary of State Bob Evnen says voter turnout topped at 31% with no major issues reported as counties completed canvassing and finalized election results. Meanwhile, we focus on Grand Island, where a Facebook comment had gotten made from owners of Pete's Safari. It went pseudo-viral. It's become a big deal, and it's gotten the city's attention. They have actually released a statement on the matter, saying the city of Grand Island is working cooperatively with the property owner's legal counsel to explore options that meet zoning, building, and safety regulations. It goes on to say, quote, the matter was identified during the property owner's application for a proposed expansion on activities on the property and a subsequent review of the existing site pursuant to that application. The residential zoned property is within the city of Grand Island's 2-mile extraterritorial jurisdiction, which is a mouthful, and means the city building and zoning laws apply to that area. As the matter involves active review of numerous city codes and or state law, the city cannot provide further information regarding Pete's Safari at this time. The city's objective is to not close businesses or prevent community attractions from operating. Rather, the city's responsibility is to apply adopted regulations, ensuring public safety and protecting neighborhoods. There you go. 7:54. Let's head over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going on in sports?
Well, sports today brought to you by Bamboo Mind and Body Spa, America's first 24-hour holistic wellness center, located at 208 South Burlington in Hastings or in Blue Hill. Brad Fisher, who guided Wisconsin Oshkosh to back-to-back NCAA Division III Final Four appearances, has joined the Nebraska women's basketball staff as an assistant coach. Fisher spent 14 years at Wisconsin Oshkosh, compiling a record of 315-80. He'll fill a new assistant coaching position at Nebraska. Drew Grego of Nebraska has been named a second-team freshman All-American by the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association. Grego appeared in 53 games for the Huskers this year, including 47 starts. He had .326 with 13 doubles, a triple, 7 home runs, 44 RBIs, and 33 runs scored. The Big Ten Conference has announced its full listing of home and away opponents for the 2026-2027 Women's Basketball Conference season. Huskers will play Iowa in a home-and-home series this year. Other home games will be against Michigan, Michigan State, Minnesota, Ohio State, Oregon, Penn State, Washington, and Wisconsin. Other road games will be at Illinois, Indiana, Maryland, Northwestern, Purdue, Rutgers, Southern Cal, and UCLA. The schedule for the Hastings College football team has been announced. The Broncos will open the season on September 5th at Dortz. The game will kick off at 1 at Open Space Park in Sioux Center, Iowa. The Broncos will play other road games at Waldorf, Midland, Briarcliff, and Doane. The home games will be against Concordia, Northwestern, Mount Marty, Dakota Wesleyan, and Morningside. Again, Legion Baseball tonight. Hastings Runza will play at Kearney Jerseys. First pitch will be at 6. The Warriors are 1-7 on the season. Hastings Sodbusters open up that 3-game series with the Jefferson City Renegades tonight at Duncan Field. Sodbusters are 2-5 in the season. First pitch will be at 7. That's a check on your sports headlines on Extreme Sports at 7:57.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Another hot and humid day on this Tuesday with highs reaching into the mid-90s. We will have more chances for showers and thunderstorms late this afternoon and evening. There's a 3 out of 5 on the threat scale or enhanced risk north of Interstate 80. Large hail damaging winds and an isolated tornado in that area. To the south of Interstate 80, a slight risk, 2 out of 5 on the threat scale. Wind and hail are the main threats. Timing is late afternoon into the evening hours. Overnight tonight, 70 is the low, and then sunny and 91 on Wednesday.
Right now, we've got southeast winds at 7. It's cloudy, and it's 69 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
Connet Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Connet Auto Care is here for you.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at Hamilton.
Get ready, race fans. Cam Raceway is teaming up with Extreme Sports for an electrifying season of high speed, dirt slinging, adrenaline pumping action. Every race night, we're bringing you live video coverage straight from the track, so you won't miss a single lap, pass, or photo finish. From non-wing warriors to cage karts, flat karts, and the A-class wing beasts, we've got it all. There's nothing like the roar of the engines, the smell of burning rubber, and the rush of dirt flying action right in front of you. So get to the track and experience it live. But if you can't make it, don't sweat. Extreme Sports has you covered. Buckle up, because this season is going to be fast, fierce, and unforgettable. Make sure you like and follow Extreme Sports on Facebook to get all the latest updates, and we will see you at the track.
All right, Mike Wills, Science Center Bronk with you. It's a Tuesday, 9th day of June, 2026. And if you missed the show today, you can go to our social media sites, download the podcast, listen to the show at your convenience today. Had Scott Galusha on, the Director of Baseball Operations for the Hastings Sodbusters and the Grand Island Fighting Cranes as they continue their summer baseball season. Had a lot to talk about on the sports scene today, so you can listen to the show again at your convenience. Just download the podcast. Let's see, we got action on the ice tonight. National Hockey League Stanley Cup playoffs continue. Carolina at Vegas. Golden Knights leading the series 2-1. NBA last night, the Spurs beat the New York Knicks 115-111. New York still leading the championship series 2-1. All right, anything else that we've missed here this morning?
No, that's it. That's the show.
Your plate's empty.
I got nothing else.
Plate is empty. Again, weather-wise, it looks like it could have some severe weather again, maybe north of Interstate 80. Tim will keep you updated on that throughout the day, and anything pops up tonight, we'll have the full coverage here on Extreme Sports. But anyway, we'll be back here again tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock for Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. Have yourself a great day.
You've been listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports. Join us every weekday morning from 7 until 8